Well, this movie was terrifying. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up? My name is Nelson, and today I am talking about The Night House. Directed by David Bruckner, and starring Emily Hall. Reeling from an unexpected death of her husband, Beth is left alone to live in the house that he built for her. That is basically all I want to say without spoiling it. But yeah, this movie was scary. Like it really got me. Very, very, very surprising. Like a lot of these horror movies are put in these weird times, especially like before like Halloween and all that. So, some of these summer movies there's kind of put in there, and and especially with this movie there wasn't a whole lot of marketing for it. I didn't see a whole lot of marketing for it. I seen a few posters at the movies for it, but not a whole lot of marketing for it. So I was just like, whatever, I'll go see it. But so to my surprise, this movie ended up being really pretty good. And super scary. Probably the scariest movie I've seen all year. And I've seen pretty much all of the big horror movies that came out this year and some on VOD. But this is probably the scariest one I've seen all year, I'd have to say. There is a scene in this movie that's at a bar. And it just made me feel so uncomfortable. Like I'm in this big theater and I just felt super, super, super freaking claustrophobic. So that's probably was like one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie. I like that feeling. I like movies like, Get Out, which make you feel super claustrophobic, and, like Hereditary and stuff like that. I love those type of claustrophobic horror films. And so this movie, it worked for me. I do have to say, it really did work for me. But Rebecca Hall is our lead. She really killed it. She did great. There were some scenes in the movie that I felt that some of the things that her character had said, I don't know if it was her choice to act like that in a situation. It really did bother me a little bit because of the thing that they were focusing on. Some of the scenes, some of the things she said about what they were talking about, I'm trying to get around this without spoiling it, but it just wasn't, I didn't feel like it was done well. But for the most part, she did really, really incredible. I felt her emotions throughout the movie. I felt scared for her because of her acting. When she was scared, I was scared for her. And that's basically all I need from this character. And she killed it. And Vondi Curtis Hall, he was their friendly, neighbor that was friends with them. He wasn't in the movie a whole lot, but he was really, really good with what he did. I really did like him a lot. But this score for this film was so chilling. It is just, for a horror movie, it's probably up there with like A Quiet Place. Quiet Place had a great score in it, but it's right up there with it. And it was just such a chilling score. And the thing that's haunting her, it has this voice, and the voice was just so chilling. It was echoey and very, very scary. It's probably the biggest scares in the movie for me. But I want to talk about the jump scares. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of jump scares. I like them, but a lot of horror films these days use them too much, and it seems like they're out of place just to be loud and to scare you, and it never scares me. But this movie, every single jump scare, there was maybe 3 or 4 jump scares, but every single jump scare had a reason for it to be a jump scare. And like something were to happen, like a door would slam or something, and that would be the noise you would hear, for instance. But I like that a lot more than just loud score just to scare me. So the jump scares were done perfectly. But I do have to say, the second act of the movie, the first act was incredible. It really got me sucked into the film. And then the second act, it had some times in the second act it drug a little, to be honest. And that was where the movie had a slight downfall for me. But the third act, it really does wrap up. But that's really my biggest complaint is that second act. There's a part of the movie where she goes and sees her friend for dinner. And it seemed like it was like redundant what they were saying, and it didn't really do much for the film. It just added time onto the film. I feel like that entire thing could be completely cut out and it wouldn't even have mattered. So that's my biggest complaint, and the fact that some of the stuff that they were touching on was rough, and our lead was not, for me, I understand she was going through stuff, but I just felt like the way that they had to deal with what they had to deal with in this movie, I just felt like it wasn't done. Some of it wasn't done very tastefully for me, and I brought a friend of mine to the movie too, and this person kind of went through a similar situation too, and told me kind of what bothered them about this movie, and it kind of opened my eyes, and I kind of understood what this person was trying to say. So that's kind of why I'm saying that. But overall, this movie was pretty great. I really did love it. If you want a spoiler discussion with me and my boy Michael Taylor, let me know. I would really like to talk about this movie in spoilers. Because a lot this review, I mean, I'm doing this review, but I feel like a lot of it I need to say more. So if y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all want me to do a spoiler review with my boy. But I'll leave his link down in the description. He's doing some cool things on his channel, but overall it's pretty good. I'm gonna go with a 75% for my score, But yeah, overall, really scariest movie I've seen all year long. It really did get me. I mean, I was just a whole bunch of times on the edge of my seat. Very thrilling. But if you like what I'm doing on this channel, like and subscribe. Follow me on Letterboxd at Nelson48. Follow me on Instagram at Nelson Reviews. Peace out.